and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Today I'm once again with Yamaha's 1982 XJ1100, and the XJ is a cruiser version of Yamaha's XS1100. Progress that I am continuing to make on this includes I have just rebuilt the forks. I put new fluid in them, pulled them apart, cleaned them, put new fork seals, new dust seals, and new fork oil in there, new 10 weight. So that is good to go. Next thing that I'm doing is concentrating on the brakes. And when I got this, the brakes were horrendous. And so what I've done, everything was coated with fork oil, everything. So I have degreased the rotors here. I've even cleaned inside these slots with a toothbrush and brake cleaner. So those are perfectly clean. And what I've done is pulled these calipers apart, and you can see they've got two grooves inside of where the piston seats, and those grooves were filled with old dried brake fluid. What happened is the old dried brake fluid really ate up these piston seals on the brakes. So this is the front one, and it is just gone. It's gross looking. The rear one on this piston honestly isn't terrible, but we're got the rebuild kits on order for the front brakes, for the rear brakes. A couple of things I'm going to show you. This is brake pad contamination. If you ever want to see a brake pad that's completely contaminated with fork oil, this is it. What happens is, as you can imagine, brake pads work because they create friction with the rotors, and when everything is coated with oil, guess how much friction they make? Not much. And so the braking performance on this bike just was no good. Also, when I pulled the piston, this is what the piston should look like. It should be very clean, no pitting, nothing like that. And everything looks good until you get here, and this is a groove that runs around about halfway around the diameter of this piston. So I'm gonna have to replace this piston, and I can feel it. I can barely feel it, but I can feel it. So I've got to order up a new brake piston here and get that installed. But she's coming along, and sometimes to get to the go, you got to start with the slow. Next to your tires, your brakes are the most important aspect for safety on your motorcycle. And then two, when your suspension doesn't function like it should, it also is a major safety feature. I really want to get this bike out on the road, kind of get to know it, do some reviews on it, and some comparison videos. But until I get this thing sorted out, it really isn't safe, and it wouldn't really be a good comparison because of, it's not functioning up to snuff. So I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.